In my previous video, link on the top right, I flew Saudia business class from Tunis to Jeddah, the first leg of a journey to Bangkok that cost me just 617 euros for more than 10,000 kilometers in business class. Now the trip continues here in Jeddah, where I'll show you the airport lounge before boarding the long-haul flight to Bangkok on Saudia's Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Let's see if this second leg of journey gives me a better impression than the rather mixed one of the first flight. But first, let's find the lounge here at Jeddah Airport, because I have a little more than 7 hours before my next flight at 2 AM. At first, I thought I might use the time to visit Jeddah, but since I would have had to pay $120 for a visa, I preferred to stay at the airport and spend some time working in the lounge. At first, I went to the Plaza Premium Lounge on the ground floor, but that's not the Saudia Lounge here at King Abdulaziz International Airport. To reach the Saudia lounges, you have to take the escalator up to the first floor. The lounge is huge, and even though the left side is reserved for first-class passengers, there's still plenty of space on the right side to find a place to relax. I managed to find a quiet, secluded corner, and I really appreciated the wide range of food and drinks available. They even have a pizza oven, and the pizzas are surprisingly decent. After getting some good rest and enjoying plenty of food in the lounge, it was finally time to head to my plane. King Abdulaziz Airport is a nice modern airport, and it's honestly quite easy to connect here. My gate tonight is A37. Let's get there. I'm not a big fan of boarding a plane after night has fallen. I like to be able to see the aircraft properly, and here I just can't. Tonight's aircraft is HZARG, an 8-year-old Boeing 787 Dreamliner. 1:30 a.m. boarding time. Tonight, I'm seated in 5L, a lie-flat seat in this one-to-one business class configuration on the Dreamliner. The seat is 20 inches wide, about 51 centimeters, and the seat pitch is 47 inches, roughly 119 centimeters. We have the same pillow and the same duvet-style blanket as on the previous flight. But this time, I will use them. It's clearly a comfortable seat, and even though I'm 1.85 m, about 6'1", I should have no problem sleeping tonight. The fold-out tray table is quite large when fully unfolded, and still feels very sturdy. In the left armrest, there's a small storage compartment, just enough space for a small bottle of water. There's another storage compartment. Although it's so small, I'm not really sure what you could store in it. And we have the same headset as on the first leg of the trip, another one I won't be using. Saudia is still a dry airline, so instead of my usual glass of champagne, I got myself this date juice. On the right side of the seat, a small touchscreen allows you to control the seat settings. Apologies for the image quality. The cabin was dimly lit and my main camera, a DJI Pocket 3, was broken, so I had to use another one that isn't great in low light. The menu featured a light dining option since the flight was departing after 2 a.m, along with a breakfast service planned for later. The onboard chef, yes, Saudia actually has a chef on board its flights, offered me some Arabic coffee, and it was excellent. In this other, larger storage compartment, you'll find a power outlet, USB ports, and a remote control for the in-flight entertainment system. We were pushed back 19 minutes behind schedule. It was pitch black outside, so there wasn't really anything to see out of the window. The IFE on this Dreamliner is a major step up from the A330 I flew earlier. A bigger screen, a much wider choice of programs, and much more modern software. As you can see, the IFE is very rich and could easily keep you entertained for the entire flight. But all I really wanted to do was sleep. So I set the seat to lie flat mode, put the pillow under my head and the blanket over me, and slept for 4 hours straight. No food, No IFE binge watching. When I woke up, we were over India, with just 2 hours and 49 minutes left before landing. Having skipped the light dinner, I was now definitely ready for breakfast. A white tablecloth was placed over my tray table and breakfast was served. I avoided using my overhead light as many of the passengers around me were still sleeping. And the Dreamliner's automatic window shades were still locked in night mode. I started my breakfast with an excellent strawberry Berkshire muesli. Followed by bacon and eggs with sausages. After finishing my very good breakfast, it was time to switch the window shades back to daylight mode. We were now flying over the Andaman Sea. Time to explore the very nice looking Amenity kit. A pair of socks? Do you actually use them? I certainly don't. A little explanation leaflet. Some Elisab perfume. And Elisab cosmetics. A dental kit. And finally, earplugs. Quite rich, isn't it? About 40 minutes before landing, another safety video was shown, this time focused on the arrival procedures. We flew over Bangkok, covered in a layer of pollution haze. And then we flew over the Gulf of Thailand before making a U-turn to line up with the runway. It's quite rare to see Aeroflot aircraft these days. We arrived at the gate 20 minutes ahead of schedule, having fully recovered the delay from departure. It's time to say goodbye to this excellent seat, where I managed to get more than 4 hours of good sleep. As a reminder, for this flight on the one from Tunis to Jeddah, both in business class, I paid just 617 euros. Overall, this second leg of my journey with Saudia between Jeddah and Bangkok left me with a very positive impression, which is reflected in my 17.5 out of 20 rating. The seat was excellent, I slept like a baby for more than 4 hours, the IFE offered both good hardware and a wide choice of content, the cabin was spotlessly clean, and once again, the flight was perfectly on time. And when you remember that I paid only 617 euros for the whole business class trip from Tunis to Bangkok, this really becomes an exceptional value for money. Even if the Tunis-Jeddah leg was slightly less impressive, the overall Tunis to Bangkok journey via Jeddah was excellent and represents a truly stunning value for money. Overall, a perfectly enjoyable long-haul experience with Saudia.